welcome back to another episode of our WWE 2K14 Raw Custom Universe mode. And guys, in the last episode, well in the last two episodes, was the No Way Out pay-per-view. It was an amazing pay-per-view in my opinion, probably one of my best videos that I've probably done on my universe mode. What I tried to do was implement some of the custom story mode. I tried to implement my own stories into the No Way Out pay-per-view and make and branch new storylines, and that's what I did. And obviously you guys have smashed the ratings on the likings on that video and the other videos prior to that video as well. Now as you can see guys, we're on Monday Night Raw. A new beginning for Dolph Ziggler and Cody Rhodes. Them are the two superstars that I'm using in my universe mode. I think it's a little bit different to what other people are doing. You know, they're probably doing like Dean Ambrose, who I thought I did two people, you know, did two universes obviously, but in one. And as you can see guys, in our first match on Raw, we have Big E Langston going one-on-one with Curtis Axel, who I've recently added in, and obviously Big E Langston is the DLC that I've also recently added in as well. But I'm going to go for Big E on this one, and Curtis Axel gets a victory over Big E Langston. And this one is an interesting one. We have Goldust going one-on-one with Fandango. I'm going to go for Fandango on this one. I think he got a win just before the No Way Out pay-per-view as well. I'm not quite sure if he did. I remember him being on the card. But as you can see, Fandango losing to Goldust. And now I think we have one of our first ever Divas matches on Raw. AJ Lee going one-on-one with Caitlyn in an Extreme Rules match. We don't really see that in a women's match, do we really? But obviously on my universe mode, anything can happen. So on this one guys, I'm going to go for AJ Lee. And no, Caitlyn gets a victory over AJ Lee on that one. And we have a message from the WWE.com, and it says champion AJ Lee and Caitlyn are set to face each other in a big title match very soon. So obviously Caitlyn and AJ Lee are currently in a feud for the women's championship. I'm not quite sure who the women's champion is. I think it's either AJ Lee or Caitlyn, which is one of them two. But as you can see, we have another rivalry emerging here, a new rivalry, a fresh rivalry. Edge going one-on-one with The Miz in a rivalry match, in another Extreme Rules match. I'm going to go for Edge on this one, and yeah, I finally got one right on this card. Edge wins, getting the victory over The Miz. Now, as you can see, another Extreme Rules match, another rivalry match. Now, this is probably going to be one of the favourite rivalries I've ever done or ever produced on Universe Mode. Dolph Ziggler going one-on-one with the best in the world, CM Punk. Now, as you guys know, or if you guys didn't actually get to see the No Way Out pay-per-view that I put on YouTube the other day, before that, Dolph Ziggler was the WWE champion. But as you can see, Super Cena is now the new WWE champion, the new face of the WWE. He actually got a victory over me at the pay-per-view. You know, he was celebrating, and then obviously Dolph Ziggler went to the back. He was actually leaving the arena disappointed, and all of a sudden, out of nowhere, CM Punk attacks Dolph Ziggler, and then, you know, Dolph Ziggler tried to fight back, but then all of a sudden CM Punk grabs Dolph Ziggler's head and shoves it straight in to a vehicle window. And as you can see, he was just on the floor. He wasn't bleeding or anything, which I thought he would have, but no, he was on the floor. He was a little bit banged up, but as you can see now, that is how the rivalry started. No one knows why CM Punk attacked Dolph Ziggler. No one even knows. But as you can see, Dolph Ziggler's going to try and get some retribution here tonight by trying to get a win over CM Punk in a gruesome Extreme Rules match. Here is the arrival of the show-off Dolph Ziggler, trying to get his revenge on CM Punk after last night's attack at the No Way Out pay-per-view. For no reason at all, no one knows why CM Punk attacked Dolph Ziggler. I'm not sure why, I don't think anybody knows. But as you can see, making his way to the ring, Dolph Ziggler trying to get some retribution, trying to get some answers for why CM Punk attacked him last night. So in my opinion, Ziggler goes around calling himself the show-off. CM Punk goes around calling himself the best in the world. The best in the world versus the show-off. A little bit of jealousy maybe, I'm not quite sure. As you can see now, waiting the arrival of CM Punk, the best in the world. I was going to put CM Punk with Paul Heyman, but then I thought, no, you know, I'd rather have Paul Heyman aligned with Brock Lesnar when I finally implement Brock Lesnar into my universe mode, which is not going to be anytime soon. I want that to be an amazing rivalry whoever I pick. But as you can see, CM Punk making his way to the ring. You know, he's going to show the clock. It's clobbering time, maybe. It's clobbering time. And then there you go. Best in the world on the back of his t-shirt, or his coat, t-shirt, jumper, whatever you want to call it. As you can see, the cockiness of CM Punk still has still doesn't have any worries about what he did last night, about his actions. He still walks down that ramp like nothing even happened. But as you can see, CM Punk, Dolph Ziggler, one-on-one, Extreme Rules match, let's go. Let's kick this off. As you can see, Dolph Ziggler gone straight at CM Punk. Was going to go straight at CM Punk, actually. What I'm going to do in this match, I'm actually going to use more weapons. I'm actually going to try and make CM Punk pay for what he did to me last night on the No Way Out pay-per-view. For no reason at all. Just put my head straight through a car window. Went with a super kick there, and then CM Punk reversed into a swinging net breaker. There's one thing I want to try and do is try and revitalise Dolph Ziggler's career, because in my opinion I won the WWE Championship way too early. In my opinion, he was still fresh in his career, Dolph Ziggler. Someone like CM Punk maybe who could actually hold on to the title very long. But for some reason, when I was with Dolph Ziggler, I just couldn't hold on to the championship. I was very inconsistent. And when I actually lost to John Cena at the pay-per-view last night, I wasn't that bothered, because I knew I had a good rivalry lined up, even better than John Cena. And I just want to say, John Cena will not be in my universe mode, maybe until the end of, I don't know, maybe the end of the calendar year, like a WrestleMania match or something. Don't get me wrong, it was a very entertaining feud, but a long rivalry with John Cena is just way too much, in my opinion. I think it was like 12 weeks of non-stop repeat, just pure fighting John Cena. It wasn't my cup of tea, to be honest. But there's one person that does actually deserve a match or a rival with Dolph Ziggler, and that is Randy Orton, in my opinion. Maybe if he would get his hands on the WWE Championship before me, and obviously Dolph Ziggler's doing that good in his point in his career at that stage, maybe we could have a Randy Orton versus Dolph Ziggler feud for the championship. But that's only if obviously if Dolph Ziggler is actually doing good in his career at that moment in time, and obviously if Randy Orton's a champion. But in this moment in time, Dolph Ziggler isn't very consistent, as I keep saying. He wins the good matches, loses the bad, the ones that people expect him to win, he loses. He had one good performance. I think one of his best performances was the night before the No Way Out pay-per-view, the last go-home show on Monday Night Raw. That was probably his best match of the year so far, in my opinion. Dolph Ziggler was getting dominated by John Cena, and from out of nowhere hits a zigzag out of nowhere and pins him 1, 2, 3. Going into the No Way Out pay-per-view, he was very, very strong going into the pay-per-view. Everyone favoured him to be walking out, retain the championship and the famous by Dolph Ziggler, but no, he walked out empty-handed, and this is what happened after No Way Out. He happened to get into a feud with CM Punk. Now, I don't think we're going to get an explanation as why CM Punk actually attacked Dolph Ziggler, but what I'm going to do, I'm going to try and implement some more custom story designers into my universe mode. Going to be simple. Oh, yes, got him. Okay, CM Punk for some reason has got a comeback. I'm not sure how he's actually got that comeback before me. And there wasn't, I was saying, okay, I'm going to go for a drop kick to the back, off the back. I got him, yeah. Oh, went for the super kick, and CM Punk reversed it again into a swinging net breaker. As you see, I'm getting out to just get myself some composure. And as you can see, Dolph Ziggler showing off. That's one thing I need to stop doing, is doing taunts. That's what's costing Dolph Ziggler, in my opinion, matches. I tried to stop it halfway through, like when I was feuding with John Cena. Didn't actually work. I was still losing matches, so I continue to do it. But obviously, this is going to be hopefully this is the start of something new for Ziggler, trying to revitalise his career, trying to get wins under his belt, trying to get good performances, and there's no one better than having good performances against CM Punk. Is he going to high risk? And no, it's a totally bad move there by Dolph Ziggler, and obviously CM Punk's comeback has finished. He hasn't got it anymore, so that's not going to worry me. Come on, okay, another reversal there, boys. Ziggler with a nice little reversal. They'll go for a pin 1. Only the 1 count for Dolph Ziggler. It's not been the best start, in my opinion, for Ziggler, but it hasn't been the best start either for CM Punk. We've both had offense on each other. As you see, CM Punk trying to target the arms of Dolph Ziggler, which is a very smart move. Obviously, he can't do the the zigzag with really bad arms, injured arms. But CM Punk can't do the GTS if he has a bad, you know, like bad back or anything. So maybe I might just target the back or the stomach of CM Punk. Okay, swinging him to the ropes. Can I catch him? Yes, a nice belly to belly suplex. I think that was that. What I'm gonna do? Okay, no, I was gonna go top wrist, but I'm gonna go. I'm gonna grab CM Punk. No, CM Punk's reversed it, kicks me, well, punches me straight at the ring. As you can see, CM Punk has his signature. I'm gonna go for a super kick. No. Hopefully CM Punk doesn't do his signature outside the ring, and that is a very good move there by CM Punk, showing all kinds of different moves in this match. And the reversal by Ziggler, oh, right in the chest of CM Punk, and CM Punk reverses with his shoulder to the forehead. And the reversal swings CM Punk back into the ring. What I'm going to do, I'm going to target CM Punk's head again. There you go, I'm going to target his head. I'm going to run over here. This is an Extreme Rules match, don't forget. So, that's why I'm going to bring in the steel chair. Hits CM Punk with a chair, no. CM Punk reverses it. Super kick to the face of CM Punk. I'm going to actually try and dominate CM Punk now. It was an Extreme Rules match.
What a shame that the match ended like that.
I'm pretty sure this match was an Extreme Rules match. And that is a bad decision there by the referee.